This is Jeffrey Dokken.
Hi, Jeff.
He's from Beltsville, Maryland.
Not anymore. I live in DC now.
DC. And has a plethora of choral conducting experience and so forth, and was one of our applicants. And he is the first one that we've asked back for a rehearsal audition. So just tell them all a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
And then we'll get going.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it's so nice to meet you all. I'm glad that we didn't get nearly as much snow as we thought we were going to. We got barely any in DC. DC can't handle snow at all, so they closed the whole city, and we got like 1/8 of an inch. So it was basically nothing at all. But I'm originally from Los Angeles. Moved to DC for my wife to go to law school, and then I got a job that is now like my dream, and so we're there. I'm the conductor of the Symphony Orchestra of Northern Virginia, and their associated chorale as well. So I do a lot of orchestral conducting and a lot of choral conducting, and I'm very excited to be here, work with a choir this size. This is one of my passions, is small choir singing, and I really love it, and I appreciate getting to be here. I am a brass person as far as my instruments go: trombone, euphonium, tuba, low brass. I can play all the instruments, but not well. I am a tenor. I studied countertenor in college. So the first concert my wife ever heard me sing was doing the alto solos in The Messiah. And she was like, I'm not sure how to feel about this. But we're still married. So that's what's going on there. I appreciate you not rescheduling me for this week. Next week I'm actually going to be in LA. I'm going to the Grammys. So yeah, an opera that I conducted last year was not nominated but came close, so sort of as like a nice try. The producer and I got 2 tickets to the Grammys, so that'll be a lot of fun. And it'll be nice because my parents still live out there, so I will get to go out and see them as well. Are we good to start? I know it's not 7:30, but okay, wonderful, cool. All right, so I'll probably do things tonight differently than how you do them. I appreciate you just going with what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's just sit up nice and tall. We're just gonna start with some nice easy warm-ups. Just on an oud, please. Don't oversing. A nice mezzo piano. Couple tenors? Couple tenors? Good. Altos are where? Altos are there? Good. And sopranos are over here? Good. So we're going to have basses, tenors, altos, sopranos. And we're just going to go up. Okay, we're going to go up and we're going to hold it for 4, breath, and come back down. So it's going to be at this tempo. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3. And coming back down, okay? Basses, tenors, altos, soprano. 1, 2, 3, and. Good, can we all go up a half step, please? And. Back up, please. Good, very, very nice. Okay, it's critically important in groups this size to listen to one another, right? To listen to one another. Last exercise, and then we'll dive into the music. So okay, how are we doing in time? Oh, I turned off my phone. I was like, why doesn't this work?
You're disconnected.
Oh, there we go.
There's one up there.
Excellent. Okay, so I hear that I'll have an accompanist at some point. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, he's not here. He or she is not here.
He comes in a quarter of.
Okay, he comes in a quarter up. All right, great. So we have the Lauritsen and we have the Monteverdi. Let's take out the Monteverdi first. So I hear tell that you guys have only briefly looked at this. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Right.
Oh, it's in our.
Sound familiar?
Which one?
We're a little thin on our 3-part man tonight.
Yeah, we're
Oh
missing a
yeah.
few.
Sorry. I didn't think about
That
that.
is, the 2 of us are on second tenor, he's your only first tenor.
Okay. And then
It's you.
and then the basses are holding down the 4th down there.
Yes.
Okay. We're just ultimately going to take through to the bottom of the first page. We obviously don't have time to go through everything right now. Okay, so how much rehearsal have we had on this?
Hardly any on words.
Okay,
That's
hardly any on words. So if I asked us to sing it not on words to the bottom of the page, would we be able to get through it?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so let's not do it on words. Let's do it on a nice light do. Okay, for rhythmic purposes. So we're just do 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 do. Okay, a nice light do, please. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. So just that far. It's just that far. That's what we're going to be looking at right now. That's what we're going to be looking at. Altos, right off the bat, measure 15. Please make sure you sing an F natural. Okay, because we sort of got... Okay, doing the Arvo paired version.
Yes.
So, good, very, very, very nice. So ultimately this moves at a pretty fast clip. Okay, depending upon the recordings that you listen to, depending upon the conductor, sometimes we're going to get here. Okay, nice and fast, nice and fast. We're not going to work on it that fast right now. The first two notes of the second measure. Pretty strong tenuto on beat 1, please. We're looking at the word we're singing, morire. Okay, morire. We're going to lean right into that. My sopranos are over here, right? Can we just take those first two measures, please, sopranos?
On words?
No, no words, please. One more time, still on do. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. Keep going. Good. So in addition to this that we have on the first two notes, that whole phrase is coming back, that entire phrase. So we're going to shape the individual notes as well as shape the whole phrase. So we're going to get do 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 do. So I've come down from a forte to a nice mezzo piano over that whole line. Okay, one more time, sopranos. 1, 2, 3, and. Excellent, very nice. Altos, can you join them, please? Altos, can you join them? And 1, 2, 3, and. Good, now let's get out of our music. I think we can have that memorized, so you can look at me. 1, 2, 3, and. Excellent, very nice, very nice. So my tenor breakdown, we're right here. We're right here. Good. We're going to take all the tenors and basses, just that same amount of music that we just did with the tenors and basses, please. And 1, 2, 3, and. Good, excellent. So basses, that's very nice. I need you to back off a little less than everybody else because you're the foundation of those A chords there. Okay, so back off a little less than everybody else. One more time, basses. And 1, 2, 3, and. There you go. See how that sounds with the basses there? That's what we need. We need that foundation. Okay? It's like building a house. We have to build from the bottom. Everybody, please, still on do with that nice interpretation. 1, 2, 3, and. Good, very, very, very nice. Okay, let's add some words to that. Okay, si kyo vorrei, so that's re morire. Si kyo, as if it's K-Y-O, vorrei morire. Okay, so the first R is rolled, the second R is flipped. Morire. Okay, no American R's. I hate American R's. Nowhere are we gonna get si kyo vorrei morire.
Ouch.
Exactly, exactly. So just that phrase on the words, please. Just that phrase on the words. And 1, 2, 3, and. Excellent, excellent. So we need a little bit actually more on that last morire. So a little bit more of a D in that flipped R. Does that make sense? A little bit more of a D in that flipped R. Just this is a very percussive piece, so we want to make sure that we really get that. One more time, and then we'll move on, please. 1, 2, here we are. Good. Excellent, because nobody's going to hear that and think that you said mori day. They're just going to hear the R. They're just going to hear the R. Good. So then we go on with these same words, right? We go on with these same words. And who has the most important part here? It's going to be the first tenors and the altos. They have the moving notes, the first tenors and the altos. Okay, sopranos, I hate to tell you, you have to back off just a little bit. Okay, you have to back off just a little bit. So, same words that go on, right? Kyo vorrei morire. Can we take the whole first phrase, please, on the words? The whole first phrase. 1, 2, here we are. Good. Excellent, please put an accent over that G sharp. And everybody else, you need to be listening for that, and if you can't hear it, you're singing too loud. You're singing too loud. Choral music from this time period is all about the communication. When they were singing this, nobody would have had music in their hands, right? Nobody would have had music in their hands. There wouldn't probably have been bar lines written. Everybody would know the words together, right? So you're going to be listening for the other parts that are coming in. We have this nice interplay. The sopranos move first, the tenors move, and then the altos come in, and we resolve on this nice big round chord. So we all have to listen for that alto. And that's in our wheelhouse, right, altos? That nice low G sharp there. Okay, one more time. One more time. 1, 2, here we are. That's so nice when you lean in down there, and you lean in down there, and you guys hold that foundation there. That sounds beautiful. It sounds beautiful. Now we get the unexpected chord here. The unexpected chord here. Sopranos, that has to be a super high F sharp. A super high F sharp, because we're going to want to sing here. It has to be the super high F sharp there. Then altos, you have one of these Hallelujah Chorus alto moments where you come in before everybody else. Whenever anybody has unison rhythms and one part doesn't, we need to accent the part that doesn't so the audience knows it's not a mistake. Because they're going to hear you come in at a time that's not with everybody else, and they'd be like, what did that alto just do? Okay, this is one of those moments, so we have to get Sopranos, do you have an extra eighth note written in your music at the top there? Okay, so you get so the O is going to go on the second one of those syllables there. Okay, let's all start right there, please. This is tenors. Off of words, please. Off of words. Back on the do. 1, 2. Here we are. And now. Okay, very nice. So, second tenors, you move when the sopranos move, right? And you lead us into that cadence point. So, you lead us in there. Good, let's go over these words, please. So we get ora ch'io baciamore, la bella bocca del mio motocore. So a few things. We have a couple of double consonants, right? In Italian, when you have two L's, you pronounce both of them. So you close to the L, and then you explode the L on the next one. So we get bella. I'm not saying bella. Okay, we get bella. Close to the L, open to that next L. Okay, the same ch'io that we have at the beginning. And we get del mio matto. So we're not saying matto. Okay, it's matto, our stopped T. Our stopped T, which is further back, right? It's further back, matto, as opposed to matto. It's a very small change, but it really professionalizes the sound. If we get matto as opposed to matto. Okay, excellent. Let's actually all just take that. I think that we're all solid enough with those parts that we can all take right there, please. Here we go. 1, and now. Excellent. So we got some weirdness that happened in the third measure. Baciamo for the altos. Baciamore. So that's a really small interval between that C and that C sharp there. Okay, let's take it that far from the beginning now that we've put this on words. That far from the beginning. Sit up nice and tall, please. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and. I allowed to ask you guys to stand? Is that against the rules? Okay. I'm gonna ask you to stand, but before we do that, so where the sopranos have their big crescendo at measure 13, their line is very conducive to a crescendo, and not everybody else's is. Sorry, that's hard to say. But we all have to crescendo in unison there, right? Measure 13, there's a big crescendo, and it stays strong. It stays strong all the way to measure 15. You should have a forte marked in your music at measure 15, right? Okay, so that's where that crescendo starts there, is at measure 13. We all come in growing, 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 resolution, forte. Okay, so we all have that. Good, let's stand on up, please, and take this from the beginning. Okay, you can all see me, watch the bobbing head. Hold it back still. And now we move here. Excellent. Does that feel pretty good? Okay. Good. That unison crescendo is really, really effective when we all do that. I would love to keep going because this next part is amazing. It's so not Monteverdi. It sounds like this was written in 1970, you know, as opposed to probably 1620, whenever this was written. I only get about 15 more minutes, and did our accompanist just walk in? Is that what I saw? Great. Cool. So let's go ahead and put that away. You can sit back down, and let's move over to the chanson, please. How are you? I'm Jeff. So nice to meet you. Great work on that. Good job on the kyo, getting that K. Yes, the direton, please. So I did this entire set in high school. And yeah, I went to a performing arts school. And we had an incredible choral program, and we had never rehearsed it with the a cappella sections not getting any help before we came in, and we took it to a competition, and the conductor was like, you know what, we're just going to do it. So we saw him look at the accompanist and tell him not to play, and then we came back in at the beginning of the direton where it comes back in these nice, D flat major, and he started crying because it was amazing. I mean, we had never practiced it before, and you come out of this whole 3-minute movement with no, with no accompaniment at all, trying to keep a bunch of high schoolers in tune, and it was amazing. It was amazing, and I'm glad we only tried to do it once because it never would have happened again. But this set is incredible. Did I hear some of us got to meet Morten Mortensen?
No, I did.
Oh, okay. Good.
Not some of us. Only
He's
me.
He's the chair.
Morton now.
He's just Morten to you.
Yeah, Morty. Morty.
He's the chair of the composition department at USC, which I did not go to, but both of my parents did. And he looks like a homeless man, if you've ever... No, I kid you not. It's funny. You walk in and, to the Disney concert hall, and who's this dude in sweatpants and a t-shirt? And he's in... But it doesn't matter what he looks like, because he writes incredible music, right? So you guys know this relatively well, right? You know this relatively well? Okay. Good. So what I would like to do now is I want to listen to you guys sing it once. And then I'll work on it with you. I'm not going to take you through the whole thing, but start it for me so I can sort of hear where we are, and then I'll stop you, and then we'll work on it together. Does that work? Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. So at your tempo. right there. First of all, your French is lovely. It's very nice. My wife lived in Paris for quite some time, so I'm never allowed to sing poorly in French, or she lets me know. So it was very, very nice. Excellent, cool. So let's talk about just a couple things. So tenors and basses, when you come in at letter B, you have to match what the sopranos and altos just did, right? And I know we're missing some voices tonight, but not only their volume, but also however they sang it, as far as the line goes, as far as the breaths go. So sopranos and altos, that puts the onus on you to sing it beautifully, right? Because however you sing it, then they're going to echo, you know, how you guys just sang that. So can we start, please, at the top of page 4? We're going to skip the big solo part at the beginning. Can we start at the top of page 4 at the mezzo piano? We all want to sing this louder than mezzo piano because this is the melody and this is beautiful. You don't get to sing loudly for several pages still. Okay, so we've really, really got to hold this back. Really got to hold this back. Here you go, just write on it, please. Here you go. Hold it steady. No breath, no breath. And let's keep on going. And good, so naturally we're going to want to get louder there. I'm going to ask for us to hold back still. Okay, I'm going to ask for us to hold back still because it makes it much more effective when we do get to sing it loud later. And it's good. The audience is going to be begging for it to be louder there, and we don't want to give it to them just yet. We don't want to give it to them just yet. Okay? When we get to the bottom of page 6, measure 44, all of these entrances. Sopranos, you're going to hit your entrance, and then you're going to pull back. Altos, you're going to hit your entrance. I have the word cascading written in my music, because that's what this has to be. It has to be here, and it flows to here, and it flows to here, and it flows to here. Then the sopranos pick it up again. It goes back up there. And then we all meet back on, after the retard, on the word ton, right? Okay, so let's start at measure 40, please, the top of page 6, measure 40. We're still at a mezzo piano. We're still at a mezzo piano. Good, can I get more? Can I get more? Not necessarily in volume, not necessarily in volume, but you need every eye to go to you at that point. So nice diction, mild increase in volume, but then as soon as you hit it, you get 2 notes before the altos come in, right? You get 2 notes to shine. Then the altos, you get 2 notes. And then the tenors, you get 2 notes. It's really brilliantly composed like that. Okay, so for the briefest second, everybody's listening here. Then everybody's listening here. Then everybody's listening here. And basses, you get to take a couple notes, don't you? Okay, you get to take a couple notes. Just write on it, please. Measure 44. Write on it, please. Here you go. You again, sopranos. Good, so I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. So everybody else is going to look up. Okay, super rubato there. I'm going to give you. Okay, my left hand will give it to you. Good, all the way back to measure 40, please. All the way back to measure 40.
It's better for you.
Yeah.
It's a tough start.
Good. Let this soar out. And this Good, and I want to sing on the N for a second there, okay? I want to sing on the N. N is a glorious consonant, okay? We can sing a whole song on N. It's one of our voiced consonants. So I want to give and then we're off. So the cutoff comes on 3, but the sound doesn't stop until 1, okay? The cutoff is going to come on 3, the sound doesn't stop until 1. Okay? Can we just start right there, measure, what is that, 47, first measure, top of the page? Hear how that echoes with the piano? That's so nice. Good. So thank you. So sopranos, now you get a mezzo forte, right? Now you get a mezzo forte. Everybody else, sorry, you're still a mezzo piano. Okay, they're Gladys at this point, and you're the Pips. Okay? So, you guys get to bring it out a little bit. You guys get to bring this out. And then we're just this beautiful counter melody. And that basis, when you come in, you're at a mezzo forte, right? So you get to take it. So the attention shifts here. Tenors, you have one of my favorite lines in all of choral music here. You get to have this beautiful counter melody. Altos, sorry, you get to sing one note. It's the life of an alto, right? The life of an alto in there. So we move from here and then to here. And in the midst of it, tenors, you guys add the color to this whole piece right here. You add the color. Can you give us one measure before we come in? So 2 before C, please. 2 before C. Finally, we're at a forte there, right? Finally, we're at a forte, because that crescendo at measure 65 takes us to a forte. Okay, the interplay between the tenors and the sopranos there is really, really beautiful. Excellent. Altos, I can have some more of you when you take the melody at measure 8. Okay, that can be a and by measure 8, I clearly mean page 8. That can be a mezzo forte plus there. That can be a mezzo forte plus. Sopranos, bottom of page 8, the second to last measure, where you just have that, dire ton in there. That is just a little attention getter, right? Everybody's over here now, and all of a sudden it's don't forget about us. Okay, so let that come out, and then you're back off again, and then at measure 65 is your time to shine. Okay, is your time to shine. Good, basses, I need more consonants. Okay, we're pretty low down there, I need some more consonants. Okay, can we start, please, the pick up to C one more time. Pick up to C one more time. Tenors, your line at letter C, those 4 measures, there's a crescendo across all of that. It's not major, but you are just ever so slightly letting that line grow, Pick up to C, please. 1. There it is. So same here, tenors. 1. Hit the G and come back. Here go the altos. Much better basses. Here we go. Good, so I'm going to do something that's very, very, very hard. I'm going to ask us to not put an N before we all come in at letter D. Okay, it's something that almost everybody does. They want to go because it focuses our sound, right? It focuses our sound. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, and maybe some of us don't, because maybe some of us don't do it. But 95% of singers, even if it's not audible, are going to go before they sing. But when you have 20 people that all do it, it does start to be audible. Okay, it does start to be audible. So I want that D right there to just be a D with no N in front of it. Also, especially because tenors, basses, and altos, you now have this nice rhythmic figure that we have, right? And this is the first time rhythm has really played a part in this. This whole thing, it's been these nice cascading waterfalls. Now all of a sudden we get bum, 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 bum. So you guys keep this going here, and then we get the juxtaposition of this nice rhythmic figure down here. And you have a lovely D to start it out. Bum, 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 dee, da, bum. Okay, you get this nice D here. Let's just start at, no, there's no real good place to start, is there? Can we start where the altos pick up the melody at the top of page 8? And everybody just come in when it makes sense for you to come in. Okay, 1, and. Now all of a sudden, sopranos, you're here again. That's perfect. Tenors, take it away. Listen to the altos. Finally, we get to sing the melody loudly. Listen to the basses. And cascade again. Tenors. Basses. Good. So what I want you to think about, beautiful. What I want you to think about sopranos is that pickup note is a continuation of the piano part. Okay, that is not a standalone pickup note. He leads us in, and the next logical note that comes in is yours. So at that point, he is not an accompaniment figure to us. Okay, he is part of the melody. He's part of the choir right there. And so then you guys just take that. You guys just take that note. Okay, and we can impress our friends at the bar. The formal name for a pickup note is anacrusis. There we go. Okay, anacrusis. And you always sound like a tool if you say anacrusis, because then everybody was just like, oh, show off. But that's a good way to impress our friends. Okay, so let's start, please, at letter E, please. Letter E. I have written in my music, finally we get to sing the melody loudly. Okay, it's literally written in there. Okay, letter E. 2, Good, so I'm not going to stop there. Okay, so. Okay, so we're going right on there. That was perfect though. You see how that works with you guys picking it up from the piano? That's beautiful. Can we start 2 measures and then I have to be done, unfortunately. 2 measures before F, please, with the piano. We're going to take that transition one more time. I'm going to give it to you. Okay. Okay, so look for my little hitch. I'll give it to you. I want to get this before we finish real quick. So one more time, same place, 2 before F, 2, and. isn't over yet. Good, so the memory of your last note is still with the choir there, or still with the audience there, right? I wish I had time to do the whole song. Do I have time to do the whole song? Maybe not, sorry. I would love to. I would never, ever, ever, ever leave a piece without running it again. I like putting things in context, so we don't forget what we just did 15, 20 minutes ago. So pretend we just ran it and you sang it beautifully. Okay? It's really been a pleasure. That went by way, way, way too fast. You guys sing beautifully. Thank you. And I hope we got, some good new things out of this piece. It's really, really nice. Really beautiful singing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.